Yo, 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 yo. What up? What up? What up, people? We're back with another one, man. Back with a motherfucking another one. Now, man, shout out to everybody out there in the chat. Shiloh, Troy Graham, everybody out there who's joining the stream, man. I appreciate you guys joining the stream. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to break down. Mike Tyson back out here at it again with another video. You know what I'm saying? We got Nacho Beristain coming in and being very, very critical of Canelo Alvarez. Also, we have the WBC talking about lowering sanctioning fees. And we'll get into a little bit more of it too. But before that, y'all know what I do. Y'all know where I'm from, and y'all know what I'm about, man. Yo, Mike, drop that beat on him. Man, oh man, oh man. We got plenty of time today, baby. Ain't no rush today. Hopefully, everybody out there doing good. You know what I'm saying? We're going to wait till some more people join the stream, but let me see. Oh, man. Oh, man. I had a tough night last night, man. Tough night last night. Madden got the best of me. But I'm glad that I've been hearing a lot of states are gonna be opening back up in June. So hopefully we get closer and closer and closer to getting the sport that we love back in that ring. And also, man, just get all sports back, man. We need all sports back, man. I need basketball, I need boxing, I need UFC, I need everything, man. My day just got messed up. Always here when you talking boxing, fam. I appreciate it, homie. How your day get messed up, man? Talk to me. Frank Hayes, what's good, homie? What's good, Frank Hayes? Everybody out there in the chat, man, who woke up an hour ago to hear that my neighbor crashed into my car while it was parked. Oh my God, Shiloh. Boy, was he drinking or something? Like, God damn. It's like, what? Are you on the West Coast? I know it ain't, but like, shit, if you're on the West Coast, it's like 3 o'clock. He can't be. He can't be out there doing all that, can he? Jesus Christ. But hopefully, man, you get that fixed, man, and hopefully everything works out with that. Drunk as fuck. Yeah, you can't do that, man. Cannot be out here drinking and motherfucking driving and shit, man. Fucking up other people shit up, bro. If I was you, I would be very, very upset. Shaking my head, hitting parked cars. I'm in New York. Oh, well, now I don't feel that bad for you. Cause look, bro, I've been to New York. You guys drive around with fucking bumper mats on the back of your cars, cause like when you guys park, people bump into your backs and shit. So man, look here. I don't know how you even got a car in New York, my nigga. I don't even know why you got a car in New York. You feel me? Well, never mind. You can't even ride the fucking subway because the subway is a lot of germs and bacteria on the subway. I know, yeah, bro. You can't. Hey, man. Hopefully, you got insurance and shit. Hopefully, I miss you at the boxing boys, bro. Good to see you still putting in work. I'm always gonna be putting in work. Jamie Perez, always, 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 man, always. Yeah, man. Don't beat him up, Shiloh, man. Let him skate by, man. Let him slide by. Let him slide by. Hopefully, you got that insurance though. But yeah, man. Hopefully everybody's out there doing. Yeah, man. Y'all do love your cars. I agree with that. Hopefully everybody out there is doing good, man. Coronavirus pandemic. Hopefully we're getting past that. I've seen a lot more beaches opening up, and bro, you know what fucking is crazy right now? What is crazy right now? Fucking the Horace Grant and Michael Jordan shit is just taking over a life of its own. Michael Jordan and Horace Grant, I mean, good grief. dude called him a snitch and this and that. And Jordan like, man, you know what? I ain't got no problem with him. Horace Graham like, nigga, I'm gonna eat. There's a lot of shit going on with that Last Dance documentary, man. And I don't know if it's just because that we don't have sports right now, but it just seems like a lot of different outlets that don't necessarily cover sports is covering what Horace Grant said is it's Ho Grant. Come on, man. Y'all, why y'all call that man Ho Grant, man? Horace Grant was a bad boy for a long time, man. He was a damn good basketball player too. You know what I'm saying? So call that man a hoe, man. Come on, man. I love Jordan just as much as you love Jordan, but I ain't gonna call another grown man a hoe. I don't know about that man personal life. I don't know about that man personal business. I don't know if he out here hoeing himself or not. You feel? But somebody who out here making headway and making news, you know what I'm saying? We got I started watching basketball when the Bulls played. Yo, Mike, who are your top 5 pound for pound? Hey, Jamie Perez, I'm glad you said something, Jamie Perez. I appreciate that. I'm glad you spoke up on that right quick. Let me see, Jamie. I got just the answer for you, Jamie. I got the perfect answer for you. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the perfect answer. Let me pull it up right quick. Jamie. Because you're gonna be like, man, I didn't know he was doing it like that. Yeah, we doing it like that, Jamie. You feel me? You did. All right. So for those who don't know, I do a show every Friday at well, I just do it every Friday. We ain't got a time on it yet, so we maybe we should put a time on it. You know what I'm saying? So people can know when it comes out. But I do a show every Friday. It's called Friday Meal Day. So any question that you want to ask Michael, you know what I'm saying, ask Mike on sports, you can just go out to my page, go over to the community tab, and leave your question under the mailbox post. And it's the last post that I just posted. So it can be any sport, boxing, anything, football, basketball, any music, any food, like whatever you want to ask me, you guys can just go over to my community page and leave me a question. I do get to every question no matter how long it takes. So I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. And if you want to ask me a question, just go over to that post. And every Friday, the post will be answered question for question. If we got enough questions, then we won't have a different topic. But if we don't have enough questions, then I add a topic to that show. But yeah, if you want to ask me a question, man, just head over to that post, man, and I will answer it, man. I do appreciate you for asking or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But let's go and get to it, man. Let's go and get to it. Somebody that we all want to, you know what I'm saying? You know what? I ain't going to speak about it. I'm just going to show you the video. Drop that video on him.
And let you know, there's a possibility I might come back. But if I do, I'm going to fight with the spirit of Miles. Yeah!
Now look, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what? I might need to see that again, right quick. Let me see that again, right quick, man. Is it just me? It can't be. Let me play it one more time because I don't know if it's just me or not. Because I'm looking at that video like, bruh, bruh, come on, bruh. Let's see one more time.
And let you know, there's a possibility I might come back. But if I do, I'm going to fight with the spirit of Miles. Yeah!
Now look, man, based off that video, man, I do believe that are you Mr. Shallow? I'll play it again, bro. Hold on, let me play it again right quick for you, man. I'll play it one more time for you before I get on my little my tangent.
And let you know that the possibility I might come back. But if I do, I'm gonna fight with the spirit of Miles. Yeah!
Now look, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Mike looks like he's in tremendous shape. Look at him. A 53-year-old man, cut up, ripped up. You know what I'm saying? He looks good. But man, that video is an indictment on why guys Mike Tyson age should not come back and do competitive boxing. He shouldn't come back and do competitive boxing, man. Especially not against the younger generation, man. That video right there shows me, like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why they even put that video out. He doesn't look that great. He looks a little bit slow to me. He looks a little bit slow. I don't know if he could be high. Cause we all know like Mike, we all know Mike likes smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? So that ain't a stretch. So maybe he just a little bit, you know what I'm saying, got some of that good Mike Tyson strain going, whatever that shit called. But that video, I'm telling you guys now, that video did not do him justice. And another person who is not doing him justice is Mauricio Suleiman. What the hell are you thinking? Yeah, we talk about the WBC. Yes, sir. He came out and he says, this right here. Mauricio Suleiman on Mike Tyson. An exhibition is one thing. If he comes back, he has to be licensed and go through a process. I'm not going to kill the dream. If the dream is to say I will be ranked, I'm saying yes, we will rank him. Well, are you just gonna rank him just for the fact that he Mike Tyson? I'm at Fresh BX. Hey, he might be playing possum. Who he playing possum for? He gonna be playing possum, nigga, in real life. He keep fucking around. He gonna be on that goddamn canvas, nigga, playing possum with his goddamn arms and legs up in the air. I love me some Mike Tyson, man. I love the evolution of Mike Tyson. I love to see where he was and where he's at now. I love to see him when he was on Broadway. I love seeing him when he was in fucking The Hangover. I love seeing Mike Tyson just do his thing and be happy. I don't want to see Mike Tyson go out like B-Hop. Even though he kind of did by losing to those guys that he lost to, but he didn't get nothing out of the ring. He ain't get hurt. He ain't get embarrassed. He ain't do that. And Mauricio, man, you can't do this, man. You can't do this, Mauricio. You can't put a 53-year-old man back out there and rank him. It was an interesting story that came out yesterday. Dave Allen doesn't believe that Mike Tyson should come back. He feels like if Mike Tyson was to come back, then Dave Allen himself can beat Mike Tyson right now. Look here. I ain't gonna go out. I ain't gonna go that damn far out. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna say Dave Allen can beat Mike Tyson, but goddamn it, it might be a good fight. Both of them the same height. Dave is not a big time concussive puncher. If Dave Allen was to get a Mike Tyson shot, how many people out there think Mike Tyson can beat Dave Allen at this point right now? And we'll wait. While we wait, let's just say let's go back to the goddamn video one more time, man. I don't mean to laugh at the man, but man, you gotta end the fucking shit. It got like, and I don't want to say it got Asian words on there. I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese, so I don't want give out the wrong information. But I'm just looking like, bruh, is he just doing it for a check? Is he doing it for a check? I'm picking Dave Allen. Am said Dave Allen knocks Mike Tyson the fuck out. Holyfield and Tyson are bigger than the current top heavyweights status wise. Why is that? Bruh, Holyfield, look, Holyfield, honestly, Holyfield is out of sight, out of mind. If Holyfield is not in the public, ain't nobody really checking for Evander Holyfield. Now you can say Mike Tyson still has that cachet, but Evander, I don't know many people out there really checking for Evander. I know he did a little commercial and such, but I'm not checking for Evander. Maybe that's your generation, Troy. Maybe your generation feel like Mike Tyson and Evander still has that superhero-ness, for lack of a better word. I'm not saying that shit at all. Shannon Briggs KO's Mike was a fair fight. Man, get out of here, man. This guy right here, man. Ain't no way Dave Allen beat Mike Tyson, man. I don't believe it. I don't believe Dave Allen can do it. If you out there and you believe Dave Allen can beat Mike Tyson, please let me know in the chat. If you think Dave Allen can beat Mike Tyson right now, because Dave Allen said he can. He said he'll probably stop him. He'll probably stop him. And real quick, for those who didn't see the video, let's go out and play this video one more time. One more time. Mike Tyson came out with another video today. So one more time for you guys.
And let you know that the possibility I might come back. But if I do, I'm going to fight with the spirit of Miles. Yeah!
Oh, man. I don't know, man. The man looks... What up, Derek Webster? What up, SJ Fish? Derek Webster, is that the boxer? Is that the boxer, Derek Webster? Big ups to Derek Webster, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, homie, for joining the show. Mike will have to go get him out of there in the first 5. Yeah, man, I don't know, bro. That shit right there, like that video just looks, it looks like it's not very Mike-ish, you know, like he looks old. I don't want to see him fighting younger guys. And Mauricio, do not rank I don't give a fuck if he passed all the physicals in the world. I don't give a fuck if his vision is 20/20. I don't give a damn if his heart rate is superb. His blood pressure is tremendous. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that at all, bro. We need to, as a boxing community, tell these guys, man, we don't want to see Mike Tyson back in the ring, bro. If he fights Evander Holyfield, I'm good with that. I'm even good with a Shannon Briggs 4 or 5 round event for charity. But for Mauricio Suleiman to insinuate that he would rank them if that's his dream. Sometimes your dreams can't come reality, Mauricio. Sometimes you gotta know when to say no. Not like you have to look out for the best interest of fighters. Sometimes fighters don't do that for themselves. Mr. CYP was good. Yeah, man. So that's pretty much it about that. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice little video that came out today that Mike Tyson did, and I wasn't that impressed by the video. I done played the video like 4 or 5 times, so if you haven't seen it, just rewind the tape. But I'm just not impressed by what I've been seeing Mike Tyson do. I'm just of the mindset that he's a little bit too old, and if he is going to come back, it definitely has to be in a charity style event, not against somebody with the pedigree of a Tyson Fury or Wilder or Dylan White or AJ or even a Luis Ortiz. Don't saying like I don't see Mike Tyson beat any of those guys. Oh, let's see what we got next, man. Oh man, we got a story to tell. Nacho Beristain has some very, very choice words for Canelo Alvarez. How? Now look, man, it's good. This gonna be a good story. Like buckle your seatbelts in, please. Buckle your seatbelts in, because this right here is gonna be a very, very, very good segment of Mike on the Sports. Cause we gonna get down into it. We're gonna get down into it to see that if what Nacho was saying has any credence. Some of the words does. I mean, some of his points are very, very good points. Some of the points are very, very good points. But for those who don't know, Nacho don't think right now Canelo is pound for pound the best. You know what I'm saying? So let's go and get into it, man. Nacho Beristain was on a Spanish show that I do not know the name of right now, but I will give you the name of it in a second. And he has some things to say about Canelo Alvarez. And the title is Nacho feels Canelo is not pound for pound best, not one of the best ever for Mexico. And the story is by Miguel Riviera. Hall of Famer Ignacio Nacho Beristain does not believe world champion Saul Canelo Alvarez is capable of becoming one of the best fighters to ever come out of Mexico. Wow. That's a lot to say right there, man. I think most people would say that he already is. You know what I'm saying? With his accomplishments and the things that he done in the ring, and at the age that he done it, I think a lot of people would say that he already has. But we go on. Canelo is recognized by many as the biggest star in the sport, certainly in the United States, and is currently the biggest star to fight out of Mexico. He captured world titles at junior middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight. Veteran coach Robert Garcia believes Canelo has what it takes to become one of the best fighters to come out of Mexico. But Nacho disagrees with that position. He does not view Canelo as being one of the best to come out of Mexico, and does not view him as the top pound for pound boxer in the sport. And this quote is coming from Nacho Beristain himself. I differ from his opinion. I respect him, but I disagree. I think it's going to be a little more difficult for him to end up being one of the best fighters to come out of Mexico. He is a good fighter, no doubt about that. I particularly feel how he boxes is attractive. But for him to be the pound for pound best, he's not, and he is not going to be. Said Nacho to El Podcast. So I mean Boxcast. So big ups to Boxcast. Send for the quote. And he explained that to an extent, Canelo has been protected and kept away from certain fighters in his weight class. I think they are intelligently evading some of middleweight fighters who may harm him, and are taking care of his career because they are making a lot of money. To a certain extent, he is good, but I think he is not the best. So he's saying this right here, man. He's saying like, bruh, it's guys in his motherfucking weight class at middleweight that he is not better than, or his team is protecting him from. If you know me, then you know I've been on this show many times, man. Saying I don't know why Canelo doesn't fight Andre, and I don't know why he's not fighting Charlo. I understand. Is Billy Joe Saunders really that much of a better win than Jermell Charlo? Does Billy Joe Saunders bring, like before all this pandemic shit was going around? Does Billy Joe bring that crowd to the U.S. like a Fury would do? I mean, maybe some people from Billy Joe's home country will come see him fight, but isn't motherfucking a Jermell Charlo fight better than a Billy Joe fight? Isn't a Demetrius Andre fight somebody who Billy Joe ducked, somebody who Billy Joe took drugs for? Isn't that a fight better than a Billy Joe Saunders fight? Callum Smith, we heard his name mentioned a lot. But then Callum Smith just pretty much get beat by John Ryder? Then John Ryder having him looking like a motherfucking ordinary fighter? I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Boy, some good ass pineapple juice right there. Oh, God damn. Woo! I'm just saying this right here, bro. To be pound for pound best in the sport, to have that legacy, to lead that legacy, you can't just go up and down and wait and pick and choose the lesser of opponents, man. When there's guys in your division who are undefeated, who are champions, who you haven't fought yet, you haven't faced yet. I don't understand why we have to wait on the Jermell Charlo fight. I don't even know why Jermell Charlo and Andre got to fight each other first. Let one of them guys fight Charlo, and let one guy fight Canelo, and let one guy fight Triple G. Apparently, those guys don't want to fight each other. Triple G already said, I'm not fighting Canelo next. I need a tune-up fight. I'm fighting Sarah Menta. What the fuck is that guy name is? That's who I'm fighting next. I'm fighting my mandatory next. So with that being said, I think Nacho has some I think Nacho has a good point. I think Nacho has a very, 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 very good point. Maybe Canelo's team is protecting him to some extent. But that's boxing though, right? That's boxing, man. Boxing is one of the sports that deals with the money aspect more so than it deals with the fighting aspect. Because the best way that I heard it put was by I believe Dana White. He says that every boxing event is a going out of business sale. They trying to get as much money as they possibly can for every event. And I understand that boxing is not one of those big time sports in the US that generates a lot of revenue via commercials and via sponsorships. But when you are dangling guys like Billy Joe Saunders, who the American public haven't really seen that much, I know he was on HBO when he fought David Lemieux, cool. But outside of that, how many times have Billy Joe really fought on like American TV? The Zone, I mean, he fought on the Zone like once or twice, I believe, but his Zone fight wasn't that great. I mean, like even though he got a knockout, he was struggling in that fight on the Logan Paul and KSI card. Like Callum Smith, he fought in the States one time, I believe, versus a guy in Andre and Charlo who normally fights in the States the whole career, who has a relationship with the American public. That's what it's all about. And if you're trying to draw more fans to the fights and you're trying to generate more money, why not with some American homegrown talent? I understand that in different territories, those guys do big numbers, so that's another issue right there. But I just don't understand why the fuck we must let these guys do whatever the fuck they want to do, man. It's not how it should go, man. That's like fucking Jordan telling Magic, you know what, Magic, man, you guys ain't bringing what y'all brought back in the 80s, bro. Matter of fact, I need you to go beat the bad boy Pistons. And after you beat them, then y'all come play us and then we'll give y'all a shot. But you can't come in full strength either, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna put a restriction on you that you can only shoot threes, you know what I'm saying? You can't come in into the paint. That's pretty much what sometimes Canelo team does. Like they do hardball. They tell Kovalev that he has to adhere to a hydration clause. So I'm not upset with what Nacho said. But I do think that he went a little bit too far by saying that Canelo won't go down as one of the greats that Mexico has ever seen. I totally believe that he will. I believe that Canelo is on the cusp of greatness, and if he goes out there and takes care of Charlo and Andre, then nobody can say anything about Canelo Alvarez. But until that happens, it's going to be a lot of different people uh, thinking about or wondering how good Canelo really is if he's not fighting guys that we think are some of the best fighters in the world. Some of the best fighters in the world, some champions at 160. With that being said, man, let's go ahead and move on. Danny Garcia and Errol Spence Jr. Like we got well, I mean, it ain't nothing that we don't already know though. Like come on, man. Like we all know that Danny Garcia and Errol Spence gonna be fighting each other. That's why when the story came out a couple of days ago, it's like, bruh, we already know that. We already know from the moment that the old girl got in the ring and she told Errol Spence, this who you gonna be fighting next. And then, like, let's be real. Like, let's just use y'all brain for a second. There is no way in hell that boxing can afford to come back and give Danny a tune-up and Earl a tune-up. They cannot afford to give out tune-ups. I'm sorry. They cannot afford to give out tune-ups. If they want the sport to survive and thrive and have people watch, there is no way you can give out tune-ups, man. People are not going to tune in for no bullshit no more. I'm telling you guys now. Folks will not tune in for bullshit any longer. One thing about this pandemic that is good, it makes everybody know what's essential. What's essential. And a Danny Garcia versus Joe Smo is not essential. Errol Spence versus blah, blah, blah is not essential. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, that's a essential fight. That's a big fight. That's two of the top 10 welterweights fighting each other. So they cannot put on bullshit. No way, no shape, no how. You cannot put on bullshit. Boxing fans, and I hope they don't play on the emotions of boxing fans. I hope they don't play on the emotions of boxing fans. I hope they don't fucking Joe Smoke's a decent fight, Mike. I hope they don't be like, hey man, we just gonna give them something back real quick because they ain't seen boxing in a while. So we can put on anything and fans gonna come back. Hopefully the network say, no. We won't take Joe Smo. We won't take blah, blah, blah. We want big time matchups so our network can get the viewership that has been lacking these past 2 months. And with that being said, I'm ready for this fight, man. I like Danny Garcia, man. He's a very, very charismatic and a funny guy on IG. But when it comes down to it, a DSG, Danny Swift Garcia, he ain't the truth. You know, he ain't the truth, baby. Errol Spence Jr., I'm telling you guys right now. What I've been seeing from Errol Spence, because I follow him on Snapchat, and he tends to post a lot more on Snapchat than he does on any other platform. The man looks dedicated. He looks refocused. He looks revitalized. He looks like he's understand that he got away from a tragic situation, and he was able to come out unscathed, pretty much unscathed. And with that being said, come on, Fresh BX, don't say that, bruh. He says boxing fans have been selling for less since forever. Nothing will change. I don't know, Fresh BX. I think That's a possibility, man. And it's gonna have to be. And look, is it gonna be no fans in the U.S. or it's gonna be one of those Middle Eastern countries saying we want Errol Spence and Danny to come over here and fight, and we'll pay the fight fee. Mike, Danny lay down when he's in big fights against A-level opponents. I don't want to say he lay down, but he damn shit don't rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? He damn shit don't overcome these, because when he lost to Porter, you know what I'm saying, close fight. I don't think the Thurman fight was a close fight. I thought Thurman took off the last couple rounds and let Danny eke his way back into it. But when he has fought the best, he's come up a little bit short. He's come up a little bit short, man, and that's a damn shame, because I think Danny has the power to get respect from anybody in the division. I just think that he's not as active as he should be, and his flat-footed nature really is a detriment to him, because he's not overly quick either. You know what I'm saying? And against guys like Errol Spence that have good feet, a good guys about we're gonna do a Cam Newton show, man. We're gonna do another Cam Newton show, because I see my guy just posted that right there, man. We're gonna do another Cam Newton show, because I feel like Cam Newton is being disrespected by the whole league right now. But we'll get into that later on. Danny is gonna struggle against any elite welterweight. He is. Danny beat Porter and will beat Thurman today. Chat facts. Nah, man. Nah, he ain't beat Porter in my opinion. And I picked Danny, like Fresh BX. If you know, bro, like if you go back and watch the show, like before the Porter and Garcia fight, I actually picked Danny on the boxing voice, but I normally, you know what I'm saying, like when I pick somebody, I try to give him the overwhelming like way to win, but in that fight, I just didn't see a way that he was gonna be able to beat Sean. What up? I don't want to channel. Stanley Bailey was good. Oh man, Stanley Bailey was with me last night, man, with them tough losses that I took. But yeah, man, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, we've been talking about like September or something like that. Should be a decent scrap. I think Danny's been looking at Errol for a minute now, so his eyes been focused on Errol for a long time. And real quick, let's go ahead and get to the story right quick. I'm gonna give you guys some quotes that Danny has been saying. He says, "I was told I'll either fight Spence or Pacquiao in the fall." He was on the Ak and the Rock show, which streams daily on Sirius XM and the Zone. I ain't know that they streamed on the Zone daily. You know what I'm saying? The Zone need to come out and holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? Put some money in my pocket, man. I give you some good ass interviews too. Goddamn, hold on. I know Danny. I'm fucking with you. But he says it can be done in regards to the Spence fight. I was told either him or Pacquiao. I know I said September on IG, but it should be in the fall. I don't want to give a false information like September, but it may be in the fall. Either him or Manny Pacquiao. So that's what I was told. You know, it doesn't matter to me at this point. Both of them are champions. Spence would be better because I would win 2 titles and I would become a 5-time world champion. But beating a legend and Manny Pacquiao that'd be great thing for my legacy. So it does not matter to me at this point. So he's saying that if he had a choice, that he would prefer Spence because he had a chance to be a unified champion at 147, which I can't get mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But a win over Pacquiao, especially after the victory that he's coming on over Thurman, really might go a long way to building your brand more so than a Spence win would. So maybe Danny's team has something to consider. Because if I was Danny and if I was Danny Garcia, I'll be looking at fucking Pacquiao. I wouldn't be talking about Errol. If I was motherfucking Danny, I would be looking at Pacquiao. He's bigger than Pacquiao, probably hits harder than Pacquiao, and he's not coming off an injury like Keith Thurman is. He's not coming off a year of being out of the ring like Keith Thurman is. Like, don't forget, Danny Garcia is the last welterweight to be in action, like of the top guys. He's the last one to be in action after the top guys. And Manny Pacquiao ain't fought since he fought Keith Thurman. So if I'm Danny Garcia, I'll be thinking like, bruh, I want Pacquiao, man. I don't really want Errol right now. Danny doesn't have a brand, none of the PBC fighter do. Bruh, why are you such a hater? What has PBC done to you? People call me the PBC hater, but I'm just like, bruh, I try to call it down the middle. Danny don't have a brand? DSG? Have you seen his clothing? Have you seen his music? Have you seen his motherfucking sister's music? Right? And he was very, very close. He came like, I think he was like 1 or 2 spots away from being able to open up a legal marijuana dispensary in fucking PA. So, man, Danny out here doing his thing, man. Don't disrespect Danny like that, Troy. Like, come on, Troy. Stop doing that, man. A lot of the PBC fighters have a brand. Errol Spence got a brand. Wilder got a brand. All those guys are their own men. Mikey Garcia has a brand. That's why he was able to go get another deal with the Zone. A one fight deal like that. I mean, while still being advised by Al Heyman. Now, H Money, no need for name calling. No need for name calling. We will not call a man no Uncle Tom. No. We will not. We will not try to embarrass our brother. We need to uplift our brother and make him know. Give him some of the motherfucking good shit. Troy just one of those old guys that's my generation is better. No, Troy. Sometimes. All right, you know what, Troy? We'll get to you, Troy. We're gonna come back to you, Troy. Because I don't want you to fuck up my rhythm. He says, I feel like everything happened for a reason. You know, I got the southpaw, and now whoever next, Manny or Spence, most likely will be looking more like Spence. But if Manny says yes, then it's Manny. So he's saying he got the southpaw work with Ivan Redcat, and he ready for fucking Manny or Errol at this point in time. A real quick prediction, right quick. I'm gonna say that Errol Spence beats Danny Garcia. Maybe he even stops Danny Garcia. All right. What we got on the docket next, Mike? Let me see what's on the docket next, right quick. Let me go to my brand. Let me go to my motherfucking pictures right quick. Let me see what we got on the docket, man. We got shit. WBC. WBC is back in the news, and they talking about doing some good things. I can appreciate them doing good things, man. I like it, WBC. Do your shit. They're saying, and this is what we'll be talking about today, ladies and gentlemen, that they will be considering lowering sanctioning fees. Let me figure if I find that story right quick. Ryder, I want to call it Atlanta, blah blah blah. Andre Ward, okay. Ram, yeah. There we go, right there. This is coming from Miguel Riviera. The title is "The WBC Willing to Lower Sanctioning Fees to Help Boxing Resume," which all of them should be doing. All of them, not just the fucking WBC, the WBA, the WBO. All these motherfuckers should be doing this shit, man. Don't leave your sanctioning fees so high, bro. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't get it. We're going through this pandemic. Every governing body should come out and say, we are lowering our sanctioning fees. Not only the WBA, WBC, WBO, IBF, all four of the top guys should come out and say, we are going to lower our sanctioning fees to help boxers out, guys. Apparently, boxers are not getting the purse that they get from having people in the crowd. And maybe some of the networks don't want to pay what they would have been paying. Now, let's get to the story. The president of the World Boxing Council, Mauricio Suleiman, revealed that the green and gold sanctions body is willing to make multiple concessions, including lowering their sanctioning fees so that boxing can relaunch after being on the shelf for a better part of 2 months. Suleiman explained, professional boxers facing a new reality, and just as many boxers must be willing to lower their financial demands to be able to fight behind closed doors. The WBC will be ready to review existing mandatory orders and grant boxers the ability to fight at higher weights if needed. Oh, okay. I like that right there. Like, I like that, man. Let's just stop right there. I like that concept. Yes, sir. Kind of been forming, like, let these guys, if they can't make the weight because it's you know what I'm saying, like, let these guys commit to a contractually weight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they supposed to be at 154, if they come in at 158, okay, cool. No problem. I like that. See, Mauricio, bro, I was going in on you earlier about Mike Tyson, but I like what the WBC is doing right there, man. Working with the boxers, working with the people that are in the ring that are most going to be most impacted by this decision. I love it. I feel like there is going to be an effect that we will have to all participate in. He was speaking to ESPN Deportes, so big ups to ESPN Deportes. It would be necessary to have flexibility, make adjustments to do what situations are coupling, adjust fees. What I directly announced is that we are all going to have to be flexible. The sanctioning fees will go down, and we will try to cut expenses for everyone. I like it, man. Like, yeah. Man, why is the WBC so much better than everybody else when it comes to being proactive? I know, like, when it comes to like enforcing mandatories, that goes with the IBF. But outside of that, the WBA don't do shit. They don't do a motherfucking thing. They just give it everybody in their fucking. If you're ranked in the fucking WBA, you probably got a belt. Period. WBO, I really don't hear nothing from them, so I'm not in their area. Maybe their area is more of the New Zealand and New Australia and shit over there. So I'm not really in their area, so I don't know what they really give back. But I know that the WBC does a lot with its adaptive boxing program, with its being proactive and just being the best sanctioned body out there, in my opinion. Yeah, man, I like that shit, man. I like that shit. We are going case by case. For example, Jose Ramirez was going to defend the super lightweight title against Victor Posto. It was going to be in China in February, and it was suspended. Then it was going to be in California in May, and it was suspended. Today, Posto is in Ukraine, and if he cannot travel, we cannot punish Ramirez. We are going to look at things case by case. Finally, another concession he noted is that overweight fights are likely to be allowed to champions, as very few have a chance to train 100%. It is very important. No one is training at a high level for obvious reasons. This time, everything is possible. If it would be a little, it would be of little sense not to have that opening when we are all living during the same unexpected crisis. So, yeah, man, I agree, bro. I agree, man. If you're gonna let those guys come in a little bit overweight, then you know what I'm saying. Let those guys come in a little bit overweight because we're not gonna be able to get the training that they need necessarily for big time fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, with all these restrictions going on and things like that, and all these people still taking social distancing into effect. You know what I'm saying? Like I was watching ESPN First Take this morning, and they said even though the NBA facilities are open, they still want the coaches and players to be at least 12 feet apart. So with that being said, man, it's funny, man. It's funny, man. We're gonna see how that plays out, and we're gonna see if the WBC is gonna make other follow their lead, which they should. They should, man. They should definitely follow their lead. But let's go, baby. My mixer will be here tomorrow. I'm about to run some tests on that mixer. But if you guys want to give your opinion, be a part of the show, just voice your opinion on what you want to talk about, then we can do that now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go ahead and put my StreamYard link in the chat, and you don't have to be on video to use StreamYard. Like you don't have to use StreamYard video. It asks you if you want to turn your camera on. You can simply say no and just leave your audio on. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to give me your take on what the topics were, and real quick, these were the topics right here. We got Mike Tyson dropping the new video. We got Nacho Beristain talking about Canelo Alvarez. We got Errol, Spence, and Danny Garcia. And we got the WBC being proactive during this coronavirus time. So if you guys want to give me your take, give me your opinion, you guys can just go ahead and do so right there. Yeah, man, big ups to my guy R&V for the mixing, man. That mix will be tomorrow. I'm going to get that 1-800 number going, and you guys can just call in for your phone, you know what I'm saying? And it sounds like we're going to have multiple ways to connect with each other. We can do it via StreamYard. We can do it motherfucking via Skype. And I'm going to try to have me a 1-800 number too. So I'm trying to have like 3 ways that we can all connect with each other. And Jen, man, look, I need everybody to do me a favor, man. I need everybody to do me a favor. If you're watching my video, hit that like button and just share my video somewhere. Share it on your Twitter, share it on your Facebook, just share it somewhere, whatever you can. All right, we're going out, man. We're going out to Troy right quick. Troy Graham, talk to me, man. It ain't gonna be no long show today now. So I have your thoughts in order. What's going on, Troy?
What's up, Mike? How you doing, sir?
Everything's going good with me, man. How things going with you?
I'm alive and well, man. I'm alive and well. I want to touch on a few topics before you get started, man. That's cool?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, bro. It's all you.
All right. Well, a couple of things, man. Let me start with the whole old thing and all that, because I know when you open up the show, you're talking about Mike Tyson and this and that. None of us have the right to tell that man when to do anything. And he's not fighting any top contenders. He clearly said on his own podcast, he's doing this for charity. So obviously he's not looking to fight anybody big time. He's just doing this for charity because his spirit wants to give back. So no one's going to get hurt. It's going to be headgear, probably body. They're probably going to wear the body thing too. So there's nobody going to get hurt. So I don't know what the whole thing is. Well, he shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, I was going off based off what Mauricio said about having him rank and things like that. So that's all.
Yeah, it's a charitable event. That he's no need to rank somebody that he's doing. He said it is just for charity. Mike Tyson's not dumb, and he's not dumb. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's been given a lot in this universe, and he's on a spiritual journey. So now he's given a lot, he's taken a lot, and his spirit is in a place now that he wants to give back. That's all.
It's all good. Hey, man, I didn't mean to hurt the old people community, man. I'm just saying. The guy.
I definitely want to address that. Now, me being, I'm gonna be 49 in August. I actually love my age, man, because the good Lord said, well, He's gonna keep me around a little longer. And as a black man, right? Clearly, I'm a black man. I love listening to my elders because they have survived a hell of a lot longer than me, and their stories actually give me strength and give me knowledge. Absolutely. So I don't trip myself and make the same mistakes that they made. So I don't ever insult my elders, man. That's something that even as a youngster, I might have talked back and got slapped for that, but insult them, I gained a lot of knowledge with that because everybody that trained me, Everybody that trained me in the sport was older than me. Every single body. So I don't know this old thing and and so forth
Come
and so on.
on, man. Troy, you know I'm just picking at you, man. Don't take it personally, my nigga. You know, man, like I said, don't take it personally. And I didn't mean to call you my nigga. I got respect for my older people. Like the best quote that I ever heard in my life. A smart man learns from mistakes that he made. A wise man learns from mistakes that others made. And like you said, man,
well, there you go.
Listen to your elders is absolutely great, but doesn't mean that I have to agree with you all the time.
Yeah. You know, hey, I always told you that you wasn't no dummy. You know, we might have our back and forth, but you know, the fact that you're on your own shows that you have some strength and you have some purpose, and you're gonna follow your own path and do your own thing. You could only have done that. You could only have done that if you see some, and one, if the seeds weren't planted in you already by somebody, right?
Yes, sir. Now, with that being said, man, back to this being respectful. Gotta get you. Right. I gotta get in your ass, Troy. How you gonna say PBC ain't got no brand, man? Like no fighter on PBC ain't got no brand. Like break that down to me. Like break that down to me, Troy. Like make me understand like where you're coming from.
I think you're confusing what I was saying, because what I was saying that these PBC fighters are not brands, as in, okay, take Joshua, he is a brand. You take Canelo, he is a brand. Now
Manny Pacquiao is not a brand.
Yes, but Pacquiao's brand has nothing to do with the PBC because they didn't help him get it.
He was a brand long time
with them. He was a Hall of Famer long before he signed with the PBC. His name and his fame
hold on.
From the PBC, Mike.
Deontay Wilder's not a brand?
No, listen to me. Pacquiao was a legend long before he signed with the PBC, Mike. Long before that, and you know that as a fact.
Bro, I agree with that. I'm just saying he's a PBC fighter, so therefore he's a part of the PBC stable.
Okay, but his brand did not start with the PBC, so you can't give him credit for something they didn't do.
Why come I can't?
Because it's not factual.
They secured him. They are the ones that went out when he left Top Rank and they signed him. Eddie Hearn was trying to sign him. Eddie Hearn wanted Pacquiao. Come on, bro.
So his fame and his legend was long before the PBC, man. They have no claim to it.
I'm not arguing that point, Troy. I'm not arguing that point at all. What I'm saying is this, though. If he's with PBC, he's a PBC fighter. Thus meaning his brand is now affiliated with PBC. Affiliated. Sorry about that.
Okay. You can say that he's affiliated, but he was not created by them. So thank you. That's a much better word. That still doesn't help your point. There's no PBC fighter right now that is a brand. They might have their own personal brands. I don't know what Danny's personal brand is.
Wilder just did a lot of motherfucking pay-per-views, like 800,000. Come on,
yeah,
man.
Wilder cannot sell by himself. Obviously, he's sold
because can sell by himself, Floyd. I mean,
that's
fucking Troy.
That's not true.
Come on, Troy.
Mike Tyson, Peter McNeely. Who the hell is Peter McNeely?
How many?
And he sold over 1 million buys, Mike.
Man, that's Mike Tyson, though, bro.
But you said nobody can do it.
And I'm saying that's back in the 90s when the pay-per-view shit wasn't getting like fucking streamed by every fucking website out there, bro. Like 1.2 is good. It's
people
good.
Stealing it because it was easy to steal, Mike. You know,
it's not easy. It's not as easy as it is now.
Yeah, it was because all you needed was a box, Mike. Trust me.
How many folks had that box?
Mike, I hate to tell you this, but I used to sell. I shouldn't even say, but it's years ago. So I gotta get in trouble for.
You a bootlegger, Cable Troy? You a bootlegger, Troy?
I used to sell them boxes, man. I was a cable dude, man. I was the cutoff man, but I was able to get boxes. I always had money, man. I always had money. That was my hustle.
Anything else you want to say, man, before I let you go, Troy?
Nah, it's always good hearing from you. Just stay on your path, man. You got something driving you to be great. Well, go ahead and be great.
All right, my nigga. Thank you, Troy.
Last thing, brother. Last thing before I jump off here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you stopping the whole name calling thing because it'd be Be honest with you, we a bunch of grown men over here. We don't need to get into the the low hanging fruit of it. We'll just keep it sports. And for the last time, people, it was Sambo, not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom saved slaves and helped them escape. Sambo's the one who told Master on them. That's the last time I'll tell y'all that. Peace
That's
out.
true. That's true. That's true. All right, Troy. H Money, what's good, homie? Talk to your boy.
Yo, what's up with it, Mike? What I sound like? How's my audio?
The audio sound good today, bro. How's it going?
It's good, man. All is well, man. Shout outs to Mike on Sports. Make sure everybody hit that like button right now. You know what I mean? Subscribe to the channel immediately. Shout outs to Mike, man. You're doing a hell of a job. So Mike, what's the topic on hand tonight?
And we got Mike Tyson little video that came out. We got Nacho Beristain saying that Canelo is not pound for pound the best. And we got Danny Garcia, Errol, Spence. And we got the WBC saying that they are going to possibly be lowering sanctioning fees and let fighters come in a little bit overweight since the coronavirus pandemic.
Okay, for sure. So let me break it down. As far as Mike Tyson, and I don't want to see Mike Tyson back in the ring, man. He's way past his prime. I'm tired of seeing fighters fight when they way past their prime, bro. I'm tired of watching fighters get brain damage and end up like Meldrick Taylor. I don't want to see it, man. I see James Toney now.
Bro,
James Toney, he's not.
Every time, bro. Every time, man.
Let me switch computers then.
All right, do you think?
I'm gonna use my other computer. Hold up. I'm gonna hit the link. Drop the link for me again. I'm gonna use the other joint.
All right, bet. Anybody else want to give your opinion on about what's going on? If not, hey man, it's like sometimes like you don't have things to like really talk about. When you see me like when boxing starts back, I'll be that same animated, hyped up Mike. But for right now, I'm working on myself, man. I'm just getting myself better and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right now it's just like it's not motherfucking. Go to the Wi-Fi. It's not like a lot of shit out there that's gonna really make you get heated about. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's on here saying shit that just is unfathomable. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just say things that I'll just be like, bro, there's no way you can believe that. There is no way you can believe that. You're just saying it for the show. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I'm always gonna have that passion that I've always had. It's just gonna be like certain topics, you know what I'm saying, that bring it out of me. I don't wanna waste it. I don't want to waste it on just doing it every day and people see it as a act or me performing. But I still have that same passion about boxing. Man. I love boxing. Boxing is one of the best sports in the world. When you don't have to like complain about it and you can actually go out there and leave an imprint on how you do or how you say things, it's excellent. Let's see, guys, we got H Money back. H Money, you good?
Yeah. What I sound like now?
You sound all right.
All right, for sure. This is on my other computer. What I was saying was Mike Tyson. I don't want to see Mike Tyson back in boxing. Mike, he had his time. I'm tired of watching these fighters ending up with brain damage, such as Meldrick Taylor, Gerald McClellan, and even the fighters such as James Toney. Now, when you hear them talk, even Riddick Bowe, you know what I mean? Riddick Bowe, these guys, they don't talk the same. You know what I mean? Evander Holyfield talking about continuing to fight, but he's not the same person that he once was. We seen what happened with Muhammad Ali, Mike, with legends, man. This is not, bro. This is not basketball. You can't go to the big three in boxing. You can't go playing the big three, bro, when your career is over. You don't play boxing. Boxing is a deadly sport. We seen what happened with Patrick Day. Rest in peace, Patrick Day. Mike, I just don't want to see these old fighters come back to boxing. This is not wrestling. This is not WCW. You know what I mean? This is not WWF. You know what I mean? So Nah, man, I don't want to see none of these fighters come back and get into any type of ring, not bare knuckle boxing, not boxing, none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So I think it's time for people to speak out against it. I don't want to see none of these guys get hurt, Mike. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about the situation. What about you?
I'm right there with you, man. If you're gonna come back and fight a Banda, that's good. Anybody else, I'm not down with.
Exactly. You know what I mean? I don't even want to. To me, I don't even want to see the Holyfield fight. And I'm talking about the Errol Spence and Errol Spence and Danny Garcia fight. To be honest, Errol Spence, he hasn't even been cleared to go back to sparring. Man. He can't even spar yet. He's not even cleared to take any contact to the face or anything like that. So I'm thinking that Errol Spence deserves a tune-up fight, Mike. He needs to get in his comeback fight should be a tune-up. I want to see Errol Spence versus Maurice Lee. You know what I mean? Out of the TMT, the money team, promoted by Floyd Mayweather Jr., undefeated fighter.
Up this goddamn dude, Maurice Lee name up, bro. Who is Maurice Lee? Who is Maurice Lee?
Maurice Lee is an undefeated fighter, promoted by Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Who is Maurice Lee? Who he fight last?
He's an up and comer.
No. I'm not asking you that. Who did Maurice Lee fight last?
Hey,
man. Let him go beat a motherfucking nigga that we know. Let him beat John Molina Jr. or some shit. Then come fight
something like that. Okay, but he needs a tune-up, Mike. He needs a comeback fight.
He got a tune-up.
What's the tune-up?
Danny Garcia.
That's not a tune-up. Danny Garcia is a champion. Danny Garcia is a multiple-time champion, different weight classes. He's still in. Danny Garcia, in my eyes, still one of the elite fighters in boxing. I wouldn't say he's one of the best, but he's still an elite competitor. Mike, I don't know if that's the right fight for Errol Spence in his comeback. That's what I gotta say about that.
Tune up, bro. Earl gonna tune Danny ass on up, man. Trust me.
What was that? My bad, yo.
I said Earl gonna tune Danny ass on up. Trust me.
I just, hope it's the right decision. I've seen a couple of videos people said, are they trying to set up Errol Spence by giving him Danny Garcia in his return to the ring? Me personally, I just want to see him in like you said, like a type of, a tune-up fight, maybe somebody with a name, but I don't want to see him in there with Danny just yet. I want to see him in a tune-up, and then he moves up in the level of competition. If he ever deserved a tune-up fight, it would definitely be now after, he almost died. He almost died in that car wreck. He got a lot of injuries.
I didn't see it. I done rubbed some niggas the wrong way in the chat, huh? Come on, Mike. Danny ain't a tune-up.
He's not, Mike.
Nigga, if you got anything to say, nigga, but Danny stream your link is in the chat right now, bro. Danny a tune-up for Earl. Earl gonna beat Danny ass.
Yeah, I think he beats him too, Mike. I do.
Ain't no think about it. It's already written.
Facts. I agree with Mike. Earl will beat him up. You know what I mean? I'm kind of concerned about Errol Spence and his health at the moment. That's the reason why I mentioned that. And it was another topic. Damn, I'm missing. I got you, Mike.
We're gonna take care of you. We got Nacho Beristain and Canelo, or the WBC saying that they're going to lower sanctioning fees.
Okay, for sure. Well, as far as Canelo and Nacho Beristain said Canelo wasn't number one pound for pound. Well, I feel like Canelo's top 5 pound for pound. You can what was that? I'm sorry.
I agree.
Yeah, he's a top 5 fighter. I wouldn't say he's number one. I think number one is up for debate. You got great fighters such as Lomachenko, Terrence Crawford, Canelo. You know what I'm saying? These are I believe some of the best fighters in the world. And even Usyk is a great fighter. You got champions such as Clarissa Shields. I think she's a pound for pound fighter. Even Errol.
Absolutely.
I don't be seeing Clarissa Shields pound for pound, Mike. I don't understand that part. She
definitely needs to be in the pound for pound conversation now.
Hell yeah, she's a hell of a fighter. So as far as Canelo being number one, I wouldn't say he's number one, but he's top 5 for sure. So you know what I'm saying? And talking about the WBC lowering their sanctioning fees, I think that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea, and I think other sanctioning bodies should do the same thing. In my eyes, Mike, there's about 6.
Hey man, hold on, bro. I just seen a nigga name that says Troy Smoke Alarm.
Yeah, that's what you call a troll right there. They make it.
Hey, that is fabulous, bro. Great fucking what do you call it? Imagination, man, or innovation. Like that Troy shit is always going off, bro. Good shit right there, man. I'm sorry, H Money, go ahead.
It's all good. And I feel like all the other sanctioning bodies should do the same thing, such as the IBF, WBO, WBA. They need to lower the sanctioning fees, man. These fighters are already paying. They got to pay a lot of things, bro. They got to pay a lot of people off, such as managers, promoters, and now you also got to pay the sanctioning fees. And Michael Moore, former heavyweight champion, the first Southpaw heavyweight champion, he mentioned that, you know what I mean? Like boxers end up broke because they got to pay these sanctioning fees. They got to pay off promoters and managers and such, things of that nature. So, just talking about sanctioning bodies and Mike, in my eyes, I believe there's 6 world titles in boxing. Like there's 6 major championships.
So you count the ring as
yes,
and you count the IBO.
Yes.
Okay.
The WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, IBO, and Ring Magazine. And I believe these are the 6 major belts in boxing. And if any fighter can get one of these belts, I feel like they'll be a champion in my eyes. There's a lot of belts, but Mike, I know you used to be on the Boxing Voice, and you had a relationship, I believe, with the IBO. You talked to the president a couple of times.
Yeah, we talked a couple times.
Yeah, so the IBO rankings are sometimes even more accurate than those other sanctioning bodies.
I might try to get him on, man. I might try to reach out to the IBO.
Hell yeah, Mike. I had to show support, man. It's your boy H Money, Mr. DAZN. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to Mike on Sports right now, and we're signing out. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, H Money, man. Y'all go over and subscribe to H Money, Mr. DAZN's channel. You know what I'm saying? Man, really, man, H Money done turned out to be a very, very cool individual, man. So big up H Money. Just gotta quit the name calling a little bit. Coyote. What's going on, Coyote, man? Talk to your boy Coyote. What's going on, big dog?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Can you hear me?
I hear you, man. How you living?
Yeah, chilling, man. Just chilling, working, the hustle.
What's up, man? Why you talking all soft like Prince and shit, man? Nigga, what's going on?
Bro, do you know what time it is over here?
Yeah, like almost 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I can't be waking up, the baby.
I feel. My bad. But yeah, man, what you think about the topics, man? You got anything you want to say, or you just showing some love?
Bro, just I don't understand. Why would you say Danny's a tune-up? I don't get that.
Who Danny beat?
He beat what's
at
his
147.
name? At 147. He was a champion at 147, right?
Who he beat?
I don't remember, but he's
Robert
one of the
Guerrero coming off a split decision draw.
Yeah,
or he was coming off a split decision win. Like Robert Guerrero was coming off of something stupid, and they fought for a vacant title. He didn't beat a champion. He fought for a vacant title.
He gave what's his name a top fight though.
Who?
I forgot his name. Like the one Pacquiao just beat recently.
Who? Keith Thurman?
Yeah.
Or did Keith Thurman come out the first couple of rounds and put it on Danny? And by the 9th or 10th round, Keith Thurman took his foot completely out the gas. Is that what happened?
It was a close fight though.
And it wasn't close. Only reason it was close because Keith knew he won. He knew he won. Like ain't nothing Danny could do.
Listen. All I'm saying is, I definitely believe that what's his name, Errol, on the normal day beats Danny any day. But the issue here is the fact that he's got an accident. Like we don't really know the state of him. So
did he break any bones?
It's. I think what?
Did he break any bones,
bro? That accident.
Did he break any bones?
Well, we don't. His mouth. He had to have.
Did he break some bones? You nigga broke some teeth. Did he break some bones?
bro, it's not about bones, you know.
Oh,
when you
okay.
have an accident like that and your mouth has to be rearranged like that, it takes a while, you know.
Did he break any teeth? Yes. Did he break any bones?
Yeah,
No. Did he
yeah.
tear any
I think he definitely
major ligaments? His ACL, his PCL, his motherfucking rotator cuff. Did he break his elbow? No. He didn't tear no major ligaments. Didn't break
But
any bones. He
Mike,
walked away from
saying
the
it as if
accident.
you know. You're saying you don't know for a fact. You know for
I'm just saying what has been reported, and if doctors are reporting the wrong shit, then we got a problem.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff they're not letting us know about his accident. So I think it's a lot deeper than we think it is. So my suspicion is
that's you being a conspiracy theorist and not taking the information that's been given to you. You're trying to look for something deeper and something more, which is I don't think it's there.
So you think Errol is just gonna come back and be his normal self? Is that what you think?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, Mike. That's wishful thinking, man.
How is that wishful thinking? When a guy didn't have a major injury coming out back, he walked away. Like feet
he
moving.
Didn't walk away, bro.
His feet moving.
He didn't walk away.
He was in the hospital. Okay, he walked out of the hospital the following day or the following couple of days. He wasn't confined to a wheelchair. He wasn't confined to bed rest. Come on, man.
Anyways, Mike, all I'm saying is, if give the man a tune-up, and Danny's not a tune-up. Danny is an elite fighter at 147. He's not a tune-up. Give the man a tune-up. Let's see what he's like. We all want to see what he's like.
All right, I believe Danny the tune-up. You don't believe Danny the tune-up. Thank you for being a part of the show, Coyote. I can't do this with you, man. You out here with goddamn fucking Errol and no. Errol is fine. Don't come in here and with that bad energy, man. We don't need that bad energy, man. We want the best Errol we can get. We need the best Errol we can get. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but we about to get to another show. Look, y'all. It was an article that came out about MTK Global and what the motherfuckers called? What was the dude name? Daniel Kinahan. So I'm about to make a phone call to my UK partner right quick and see what he know about this shit. And if it's because the story is very, very interesting. It's full of murders and deceit, and it got a lot of shit in it. So I just feel like it's a good story to share with you guys. So it's on Boxing Scene if you want to read it before me. But I'm about to make a phone call to my UK partner and see if we can if he can fill me in on what's going on. But y'all know how I do. Y'all know where I'm from, and y'all know what I'm about. With that being said, yo, Mike, drop that beat on.